Okay, it is Wednesday night and we are going to play some Maximum Pool. So, first thing is first, let's load the disc. And let's put on some headphones so we can hear what's going on. Now, to play Maximum Pool online, it's a little bit more involved than some of your other games. What you have to do actually is install a save file on your VMU. So VMU is an absolute must for this game. In order to do that, you need to go online through your Dreamcast. So use any kind of web browser. What you want to do is go to the Dreamcast Live website, and from there, download the save file to your VMU. It's super easy. You just navigate the internet with your controller over your Dreamcast. It saves right to your VMU. And after you get that saved to your VMU, it will save the server information and then you can connect. So let's press the start button. And online game. It does take a little while to dial. It doesn't take too long. I think some people think that if they get the broadband adapter, connecting will be quicker. So there's two things. One, the broadband adapter is only good really for two games, and that is Phantasy Star Online and Quake 3. It doesn't support the rest of the games that you can play online currently. So to play things like Maximum Pool, 4x4 Evo, Sonic Adventure, Toy Racer, Star Lancer, you're going to need to get a Dream Pi setup or something similar. So the other thing is people think that because you're using your 56K baud modem that you're actually going to get a lot of lag, and that's not necessarily true, because lag always occurred when you're connecting via the phone to your ISP server. But since you're only running over 2 feet in order to connect to your Dream Pi, there's essentially zero lag, so you're running at like a pure 56K speed, and a lot of these games were only designed to play at 56K anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so as you can see, I can connect to Dreamcast Talk, and there are 2 players online. Yep, UGB. And let's see who's online. So we got Tact, we got Trail Dog, and it looks like that's it. So see who's online. Open. Okay, well, let's just start typing and see who wants to play. Yeah, it's a little bit choppy right now. There we go. Chat to all players. You guys done for the night? Good man, Tack. Okay, let's see who else is online here. Okay, great, that's me, Ugly Goblin Boy. Bum, 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 bum. This music is absolutely amazing, I gotta admit. Okay, are we gonna create a game or should I create a game? I think you guys saw me kind of stuttering a bit here when I was trying to type for whatever reason. The typing program that they use on this is not the most intuitive one, so it wants to by default use the controller instead of the keyboard, so it's a little bit annoying, but you get the hang of it. You guys saw me kind of struggling to get started up in the chat. I really like playing Maximum Pool Online, but I don't play it a ton, so you'll have to forgive me. Okay, so you see that there's the three of us right now: Trail Dog, Tact, and UGB. And the one cool thing about this game is that you can see I can move the table around and see where my opponent is shooting to kind of get a better view of what they're doing. So I'm not limited to what they choose the angle to be, so... Yeah, Trail Dog's really good.
Player one keeps turn.
Now you don't always get those leader lines that point you in the proper direction of the pocket. The trick is you want to get the balls that are close, of course, because they're easier to kind of navigate the shot. But when you got those balls that are quite far away, you don't get the leader lines, and then you're kind of at the mercy of just using the good old line of sight. Oh, so sad. Too bad, amigo.
Player two keeps turn.
Okay. There are a couple of real sharks in this game too. I've only beat, I think, one player online so far. Everybody seems to be quite the pro. This is also a good demonstration of the actual capacity of the Dream Pie, and just being able to see kind of like the speed that it connects at. So you'll notice that there's really no lag. Like as soon as I type, it goes up on screen. Everybody sort of sees what I'm doing right away. Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, my turn. So, what looks like a good shot? Alright, I'm gonna try and sink this side ball here. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's just drop back. Let's just drop back ever so slightly. There we go. Yeah.
Shoot again.
Okay. What do you think, guys? That looks like a good shot. So I think I could probably... See, if you hit those blue balls, you don't really want to, because what ends up happening is you lose your shot. You want to sink the colored balls first. Okay. Can I nail that one? Yeah, see, if I ricochet off, I can get like a rocket ball. And let's see what happens. Yeah.
Sunk. Double mode on.
Totally intentional.
Next player.
All right. I think everybody that saw that from my end knows that that was a total. Oh, what the hell just happened? It wasn't my shot. That's why. Everybody that saw that probably realized that that was just a total luck shot. Okay, listen, I love playing video games. I have never, ever declared that I'm good at them. You've probably noticed that I really suck, so. Okay, what else are we doing here? Alright, do I even got a shot? Okay, what do you internet sharks think I should be doing? Oh man, this is gonna be tricky. Okay, I think I'm gonna try. I don't know, I think I can do it. Let's see what happens. What do you guys think? Go for it? Oh, I should have put some more heat on it.
Next player.
Radioactivity. Nuclear devices.
Okay, so what? Oh, look at that. Oh, he's gonna. I thought he was gonna scratch it.
Player one keeps turn.
All right, Trail Dog. Let's see what you got. Oh, he's got. Oh, look at that.
Next player.
Skunk.
Player two wins.
Okay. This is gonna be the game, guys. This is gonna be the one. Oh. Haha.
Your turn.
All right. Come on, internet. Give me some confidence. I can do this. Let's see what happens. What do you think? Is that going to do it? Oh. True to form, I choked. Wow, open table. Okay, what is he doing? You'll notice that when you're playing this game, you have to, like, moving the actual cue is super slow. I guess it helps to be more precise, but you actually have to use the directional pad, and then you use the analog stick to move around your view. Oh, nice.
Player one keeps turn.
Nice. I always thought maybe it'd be better to play with the mouse just because then you'd get more of a precise shot, but I haven't tried yet. I think I'll do that when I'm playing solo next time. Oh, man.
Player one keeps turn.
This is going to be a tricky one. I don't see any real easy shots here. That being said, there's some easy shots if you're just playing standard pool on a real table. Oh, let's see what kind of... Oh, he fucking does it.
Keeps turn.
Okay. What else do we got here?
Rocket ball sunk. Double mode on.
So he loses his turn, then it goes to tact. Oh, jeez. It was bound to happen.
Your turn.
Okay, jeez, what looks like an easy shot? Oh, you don't want to sink the blue balls or else you'll lose your turn. So, where should I go? You know what? Let's just try. Let's try going for this corner pocket. You think we can do it? Let's look at the top view. We'll play this like an old school Microsoft Windows pool. Motherfucker. Okay.
Next player.
I don't feel too bad, so Tax got 0 as well. Haha, Tax. Vault is online. Oh, hey. Alessandro Silva, newbie. Nice. 4 people online right now. Awesome.
Player 1 keeps turn.
See if anybody's indicated whether or not they're playing in the Dreamcast junkyard. Okay, there's a comment I had about playing PAL games on a NTSC North American system. Nothing. Okay. Anybody new here? What do we got? Still the 4 of us. Cool. All right, Trail Dog. Trail Dog Films, everybody. Check out his YouTube page.
Player 1 keeps turn.
Detect radioactivity. Nuclear device.
Anybody else sick of that music loop yet? I mean, it's kind of a cool beat and everything like that. It isn't really what I think of when I think of playing pool, but it's kind of cool, I guess. If it lasted more than 90 seconds, it would be nice. All right, Tack, make me proud. Let's see what happens. I think anybody that's been watching these videos lately has probably also noticed I've been playing for quite some time online. Put quite a number of hours into online games, and I've only used the same 9-volt battery. So anybody that was worried about their 9-volt battery dying halfway through a session, I think when it happens, and it certainly will happen, it's nothing that I'm really concerned about because the batteries last for so long. Like, get a decent battery and you can use this thing for ages. Okay, where are we gonna go? Let's see if we can line up a shot here. How's that look? Let's give it a go. Look at that.
Radioactivity.
Nice.
Do it again.
Nuclear device. Detect radioactivity at the speaker.
I'm about to order Mike an official copy. Official copy of what? I have an extra in a minty shape. Interested?
Shoot again.
Okay, where should I go? Why not? What do you think? Can I make that shot? Yeah, I can make that shot.
Detect radioactivity. It's a nuclear device.
Haha, look at that.
Shoot
Okay.
again.
If you want to zoom in, you hit this trigger. If you want to zoom out, you hit that trigger. Okay, what looks like a good shot. I really don't want to sink those blue balls, but I may have to. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can sneak this guy into the side pocket, and I'll tap the blue, but... I think like right there. Oh no. Okay, I lose my game and Trail Dog gets double balled. Jeez. Okay. Look at that. Oh man.
Player one keeps turn.
Dude, I totally set you up. Look at that.
Player one wins.
Okay, we're going back to the lobby. That game is done. Okay, it's still just the three of us. Very fun. You guys done? I think Tack's up for another game. That's funny. Night, dog. Let me know if you want that copy of Alien Front. Well, I guess that conversation's over. See you people on Saturday, most def. Probably Friday. Alright, just tack my. Okay, so now that Trail Dog's done, it's probably offline. Yeah, this is my second online game.
Your turn.
Okay. Fuck. Oh man.
Next
Okay.
player.
played 2 weeks ago as well. It was fun.
Player 1 keeps turn.
Okay, I am Stripe. Oh, look at that shark.
1 keeps turn.
Okay, so we're playing standard pool, so I am sinking the green balls, it appears. They called them stripe. I don't really see stripes on them.
Foul.
Weak
Your turn.
sauce. Bang. Okay. Okay, where else can we go? Let's sink some easy shots here and try to clear up this table. I used to play a lot of pool as a kid. Like, my old man had a pool table. That was a lot of fun, but obviously it's really different when you're playing online. Okay, I am gonna... What do you think? It's gonna happen, guys? Side pocket, second ball. Let's see what... Oh, oh, oh! Ha ha ha! Yeah!
Shoot again.
Alright, let's see if we can sink. What are we gonna sink? Let's see if we can sink. Let's see if we can sink this guy. Oh! No dice.
Next player.
Good job, tact. Okay,
Player
who
1
else is
keeps
online?
turn.
Wonder what Alessandro is playing. Curious.
Scratch.
Bah.
Your turn.
Boo. Okay, of course I gotta shoot up table. Okay, what do you guys think? Can I make this shot? I think I can. Okay, let's see what happens. I know that's a terrible philosophy to play by, but actually, you know what? Yeah, right here. Okay, guys, this is gonna make it happen. Oh, or make it not happen.
Next player.
Okay. Tack said he'd be right back. Well, while we are waiting for Tack, let's see what else is going on. So, here we're at the Dreampipe net. So for anybody that was wondering, I've set the DNS settings on my Dreamcast to connect directly through the Dreampipe. The Dreampipe sends out your connection to all these servers. So that's how I'm able to connect to so many different games and not have to change any of the DNS settings every time I play, which is kind of nice. No kidding. I blew that one. Ooh,
Player
shark.
1 keeps turn.
It's unfortunate. There's a lot of people that are registered on this Dreamcast Now website, and I only see maybe 6 people at a time. I don't think I've seen any more than 6 people play.
Your turn.
I'm kind of shocked because I do post quite regularly on the Dreamcast Junkyard and Dreamcast Hub Facebook group, and I'm often telling people like the easiest ways to get online, and still I don't see a lot of people watching my video or watching PC Wizards video, and you know, it's actually a pretty easy little setup you get going. It's just a matter of kind of doing the initial grunt work, and after that it's just as easy as putting in a game and plugging in your Raspberry Pi. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Is there anybody here that's going to watch this video that has thought about playing Dreamcast online and maybe just doesn't feel comfortable building the line voltage inducer? Or maybe it's a matter of getting the Raspberry Pi, I don't know. Well, it'd be nice to kind of get some feedback to see what people's apprehension is about actually connecting and starting to play some of these games again. A lot of them are quite a bit of fun, actually. I just ordered Toy Racer. Now, it's a PAL game. Fortunately, I have a Game Shark disc, so I'm able to play all region games, which is kind of nice. So I'm excited to see how that plays online. I know it's not a very good game, but you know, it'd be fun nonetheless just to kind of check it out. I have a limited skill set when it comes to games. I'm not really good at first-person shooters, except for maybe a few, like Doom. A lot of those old school ones like Doom and Duke Nukem 3D and stuff like that I'm great at, but I've never been too fantastic at any modern ones. I think the most modern one isn't even really a first-person shooter. Like, I really got into Fallout 3 when that first came out and put a ridiculous amount of hours into that. And even though you're playing in the first person, I wouldn't consider it a shooter. You know, if you're playing a normal, you're really only attacking like one enemy at a time, and there's so few and far between that. Oh.
Your turn.
It was a tough shot. So, yeah, FPSs I've never really been that great at, but I enjoy them. Racing games, like I really got into Gran Turismo, particularly Gran Turismo 4. I thought that was a fantastic game. But I was never really fantastic at those games either. I always liked RPGs, and I don't know, particularly JRPGs, anything turn-based. I don't know, I just enjoyed them better. I think it was just because I can kind of take my time with them and enjoy them a bit more. Let's see, maybe I can bring this guy over here. No. Sports games, I just never really got into them. Tecmo Bowl is pretty good, but I never really got any of those Madden games. I never really got into any of those NHL games. Even the UFC games, I never was really too big of a fan of. Obviously, I like Phantasy Star Online, and I can play Quake 3. It's more of a run and gun, and I guess you can consider Doom kind of more of a run and gun, but it's got a different feel to it, I think. Quake is always so chaotic. You're just sort of, it's sort of similar to Unreal in that you're never really concentrating on one thing. You're just kind of going nuts and hoping for the best. Oh. Ha ha ha. That was totally intentional, guys.
Shoot again.
Not planned. Okay, let's see if we can sink this ball. What are some other games that I really enjoy playing? So JRPGs for sure. Those are always ones I've been a fan of. Some fighting games. A lot of the older ones, particularly for the Super Nintendo, I was always a big fan of.
I always liked like the original Street Fighter 2. Mortal Kombat was kind of fun. Another game not a lot of people talk about that I always enjoyed was Killer Instinct. I always thought that was a great game. I used to know a lot of really cool combos for that. Primal Rage, that game is garbage. I don't know who enjoys playing that game. It's got ridiculous combos. It was never any fun. Anybody that tells you they enjoy playing that game is a liar. I do have the new, well, not the new Street Fighter, but I have Street Fighter 4. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this in the side pocket.
Player 1 wins.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, so fighting games. I have Street Fighter 4 on my DS, which I really enjoy, and I play it once in a while. It's kind of a fun game. It's got some really cool like cutscenes when you do some of the special moves. That's always interesting. I have the Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, which is kind of fun. What else do I got? That's about it, really. I only collect for a few systems. Like the systems I primarily collect for are Nintendo, and I think that's just because I started way back in like the late 90s, back when I was in college, and early 2000s, and basically spent my OSAP going to pawn shops and just buying Nintendo games because they all used to be like $2, and I always really enjoyed them. I know that back in the day, everybody was like, you're kind of stupid, like why would you want to buy all these old games? It's like, well, because they're fun. I enjoy playing them. Back then you were never buying them just to have sort of like collector cred. It was, for fuck's sakes, you were buying them because you enjoyed them, and not very many other people were buying them, and that's why they were so cheap. So I collected quite a few. I think I probably got my first 250 I probably got my first 250 carts just from like the old just going to pawn shops and thrift stores and stuff like that and getting them for $1 a piece or whatever. And then of course AVGN came out and people started to get kind of wise to retro collecting, and then people started to kind of like start poaching the scene, and it really became unfun. So I stopped collecting for a lot of the core systems probably 4 years ago. If I find them in the wild, which I do sometimes. Yeah, well, where is he? If I do find something in the wild for a couple bucks, I will pick it up. That does happen. Not to brag, but about maybe about a year ago, I was at a Value Village, and I ended up just kind of stumbling in, and on the wall I saw this piles of Nintendo games. It was crazy. It looked like something out of 10, 15 years ago. They were all marked at $4.99 a piece, and I had one of those 30% coupons that you get. So I just grabbed a stack there. I think there was about 35 games or so, and didn't even check to see what was in them. Just bought them all, threw them in the cart, brought them home, and amongst like some of the cool games I already own, like there's Legend of Zelda and there's Final Fantasy and things like that. I already own them, so I just use those as trade bait. But the ones that I did keep were pretty rare, and one game in particular, which I was really excited to finally own, was the Action 52 cart. So a lot of that's a pretty pricey cart nowadays. I think Lucid goes for about $300. So that was kind of nice to get and not really pay an arm and a leg for. And even like about, I don't know, in the last year, I think I found 2 Master Systems and about 50 games for each for a reasonable price. I think like maybe $80 or so, and bought it, played it for a while, and just realized that I was never a huge fan, and I just ended up selling them all. I think it's because also at some point, you know, whoever watches this video might disagree and think it's sacrilege, but at some point, you know, you got to take space into consideration. And having a pile of games, it just, yeah, it looks cool if you have them organized, but if they're just kind of in boxes and all over the place, it doesn't look good. You just look like a hoarder, and that's how I felt it was after a while. Like, you know, I had the TurboGrafx 16 and everything like that, and yeah, they are really neat systems, but the fact of the matter is just I never played them, so I ended up getting rid of
Next
them.
player.
I've had, I don't know how many Nintendo 64s, and every time I tell myself, like, okay, I'm going to get a Nintendo 64, I just never do, so I just end up selling them. So yeah, the core systems I collect for right now are Nintendo, which, you know, I don't actively collect for, but if I do see a game, I will pick it up, depending on the price, of course. And same thing goes for Super Nintendo, but primarily at the moment, even though Dreamcast is getting a little more expensive, it's still fairly reasonable. I do collect for Dreamcast. PlayStation 2 is pretty much my main
Next player.
game system to collect for, and that's because everything is so cheap at the moment. Anybody that goes out in the wild knows that you can find them in thrift stores for, you know, like $2 a piece, and they don't care what the titles were, because I think there was over 2,500 titles for the PS2 during its lifetime, and there's so many great RPGs and like just great games in general. A lot of crap, but, you know, some just really excellent games to play. So I really like the PS2. PlayStation 1, you know, if I do find something out there that I need, I'll pick it up. But again, there's a lot of shovelware on the PS1, so I do enjoy the PS1. PS3, it's so hard because I enjoy the PS3, but any of these 7th gen consoles and up, like, I find the biggest problem is that you can't really collect for them because you never get the full game. You know, you always got to get the DLC, or there's day one patches, and it's not fun. It doesn't feel complete. You know, even broken games that you get for some of these older systems, at least that was the game, and you don't have to worry about anything. Right? You don't have to worry about anything you miss. But nowadays, you get like any of these, like, especially for the PC, like, you're just buying Steam codes. You know, you get the disc, you get a little bit of packaging. What's the point? You can't trade it, you can't sell it, you can't do anything with it if you want to get rid of it. It's kind of pointless. All right, I should respond to Tact. Pretty much all the games online. I just ordered a copy of Toy Racer tonight. I have it. Do you play it online? So yeah, I never really enjoyed collecting for the PS3 because even though I do like oh, it doesn't work for DreamPie. Interesting. I thought it did. Utopia, what's that? What is that? I never ever got into Xbox. Not a single version of it. When it came out, I think in the early 2000s, you know, I was fresh out of college, didn't really have a ton of money. Same thing applies for the PS2, I should add. But I just never got into it. And then when I got into the PS2, it was because I found a Slim for like $5 complete, and I started buying the games, and I I just never had any attachment to the Xbox, and I know there's a lot of cool titles on it. Like I've always been interested in playing, Gears of War and things like that, but could never get into it. Ha ha ha.
Round 1. Your turn.
Nice scratch, amigo. Oh man, this is not gonna work. Okay. Thing is, though, I gotta shoot up table. Ah, Christ. How am I gonna do this? I don't think it's gonna happen. That ball looks like it's gonna go straight into the pocket. Nope. Okay, so what I have to do, rather than totally blow the game, is give it up.
Next player.
Okay, Tack, gave that one to you, buddy. Oh. Ah, come on, man.
Your turn.
Okay. What do you think? Can I do that? Okay, guys, wish me luck. Do you think I can do it? Let's zoom in here. Nailed it.
Shoot again.
Okay, that's me getting too showboaty. Let's see what happens here. Is that gonna do it? Haha! Look at that.
Shoot again.
Okay. What do you think, Internet? Can I do it? I think I can. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Shoot again.
All right. If I miss this, feel free to send me all the hate you want in the comments. Fuck
again.
yeah. What do you think, guys? Well, the math adds up. Let's see what happens.
Scratch.
Fuck! I did not. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Well, let's see if you get this one. Oh, wow, I'm shocked.
Your turn.
Dreamcast was ahead of its time in terms of censoring. Okay. No.
Foul 2. Next player. Knocked off table. Your turn.
That was great. Oh, jeez. Fuck off. Okay.
Next player.
Cool thing about this game is, like, look at the detail it has on the screen. Like, you'll notice the felt has little marks in it. That's pretty cool.
Player 1 wins.
Okay.
Your turn.
Let's zoom in here a bit, see what we got. Yeah, so I think for most people, like the Dreamcast, I came to it much later in life. Like, I actually only really discovered it about a year ago. I always knew it was around, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I just never got into it. And it's another one of those situations where it's just, I wasn't aware of how good the system was. I never really had any connection with it. And it came out in a time of my life where, you know, I was in school and I wasn't too interested in taking up a new console. And quite frankly, the late 90s were a pretty bad time for consoles. I think there's a lot of people that, you know, enjoyed things like the N64. I never really got into it. And part of me wonders if other people really like it as much as they claim. But yeah, around that time, it wasn't until the PS2 sort of came around that people sort of started to fall out of gaming for a little bit. I think it was just because PC gaming was so good at that time, and everybody saw the future of it, which was online multiplayer, and PC just had it, you know, down packed. Like, they had it all figured out.
Your turn.
So anyways, yeah, never got into it, and that's when I started collecting the retro games. And again, it wasn't for any other reason than the fact that, you know, I just enjoyed them. It was what I grew up on, and they were so cheap back in the day. Yeah. But unfortunately, I did have a lot of cool games that didn't quite survive. And what I mean by that is that, you know, I went to school and I had some shitty roommates, and some of them stole some of my stuff. You know how it goes. Moved to a couple different cities, and, you know, just life, you know. You run into some of the wrong people and they end up taking your gear. So I did lose quite a few games, which is actually kind of bizarre to me now that I think about it, because it was also during a time when retro collecting wasn't too popular. That being said, I did lose a whole ton of really decent NES games about 5 years ago. And I suspect I know who took them, because they took some pretty marquee games, but, you know, I have no evidence to support that. Yeah.
Shoot again.
And even when I lost them, like, I have the retro USB flash cart, which I've had for ages now, and I just don't see a point in spending so much money on tons of these crappy games. I think also part of it is this: I realize I'll never have a complete collection for Nintendo, so I don't really go out of my way to, like, seek them out. You know, you're never going to see me find, like, okay, unless I find the stadium events and both the NWC carts in the wild for $3, like, I'm not going to be spending $50,000 to collect those 3 carts. It's not going to happen. So because of that, and because I know I'll never have a complete collection, I just
again.
don't really care as much. Dreamcast, on the other hand, there's 277 games. And I think even the most expensive games, maybe except for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think they max out around $300. And believe me, I do not want to be spending $300 on a game, and I doubt I will. But who knows? I might get lucky on an eBay auction or something like that. I don't know. It just seems like it's actually possible for me to get a complete collection, which would be really cool because I've never had a complete game collection of any system.
Shoot again.
Oh, man.
Next player.
So yeah, that's another reason that I've really been interested in the Dreamcast lately, is because of the fact that, hey, maybe one day I'll actually have a complete collection. That would be so cool.
Your turn.
Oh, jeez. What am I going to do here? Okay. Oh, man. Scratch. Lovely.
Foul one. Next player.
And actually, another really cool system that not a lot of people think to collect for, and I've actually discovered a lot of really cool titles on, is the Game Gear. There's a lot of shitty sports titles, don't get me wrong, but there are actually some pretty cool little JRPG games. I picked up Defender of Oasis for a couple of dollars, and that is actually a really fun RPG game. Same thing goes for Dragon Crystal. That's just a really fun game.
Your turn.
I really should have kept some of my Master System games and used that Master System adapter, but hindsight is 2020. Oh no, don't scratch.
Next player.
I think I've spoken to a few people about some of the systems I've sold and why I choose not to collect for them, and I think I'm a bit crazy, but again, it all comes down to space. I've had all these games before, and I just keep them in boxes. I can't have floor-to-ceiling shelves of just random games. It might look cool to some people, but I just find it looks overwhelming. And also, you end up having too much options, and you will find yourself never playing anything because you don't want to commit to one game because you have so many to choose from. And I think that becomes a big issue for a lot of collectors, actually, is they have so many games they just don't even know where to start. They don't play any. There are very few legit collectors that I know that actually play games. Oh, don't scratch. Fuck.
Foul one.
Okay, let's finish this game. Enough of this nonsense. Time to put you to bed, man. Time to put you to bed. Yeah, eat that.
You win.
Alright, I gotta sign out. Work in the AM. Gotta jet. I'll be on for Quake on Friday. Later, amigo.
Player 1 wins. You win.
You win. All right, so that's Maximum Pool. It's actually a really, really fun game. I was pleasantly surprised with it. It's got some pretty cool multiplayer functions. It's pretty intuitive for a pool game. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So it's one of the cheaper games you can get for the system. I think like Quake 3 and Maximum Pool, if you want to play online multiplayer, even Phantasy Star Online to some degree. Like if you get version 2, I think that's like $25 Canadian. Quake 3 you can get for like between 10 and $20 Canadian. Maximum Pool, 10 and $20 Canadian. And they're just a lot of fun games. So I highly suggest picking them up if you want to try playing some online Dreamcast. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.